Well, gas prices surging nearly 4.5% just over the past 3 weeks. They're becoming a major issue ahead of the election. You know, if they keep going up, how will that affect the race for the White House? Joining us now are Gretchen Hamel, Executive Director of Public Notice, and a Fox News contributor, Jehmu Green, former president of the Women's Media Center. Gretchen and Jehmu, welcome.
Good morning, Eric.
Gretchen, let me start with you. You know, Republicans are largely blaming the rising price on President Obama's energy policies. Is that fair?
Well, if you ask the American people, the majority believe that Obama is not to blame, but 2 out of 3 believe that he isn't doing anything about it and therefore does receive blame for that. So what we need here is an energy policy. We need vision for America when it comes to energy, and we need action. And all of the above strategy means nothing unless there's action backing it up.
Jehmu, what about what Gretchen says, that most people think that the president's not doing enough?
Well, I want to start with the first thing she said is that they understand that he doesn't have the power to control the gas price that they are seeing at the pump. I think most Americans are frustrated with the fact that these oil companies are raking in record profits. You know, in 2011, $130 billion, 75% higher than they did in 2010. But just last week, 47 Republican senators said, we're going to continue to pay you to drill for oil. We're going to take taxpayer money, our dollars, and pay these oil companies to drill for oil. That's like paying me to go on a date with Keanu Reeves.
But wouldn't that? But isn't paying them helping the gas situation by giving us more resources?
The tax subsidies are absolutely not helping to bring down gas prices. We're at a record high for domestic oil production, and yet prices have gone up.
All right, Gretchen, go ahead.
If anything can be done, it's to stop the speculation that is happening on Wall Street around oil prices.
Let Gretchen answer.
And we need to see that happen.
What Jehmu is talking about is a very short-sighted problem that we have here, and a short-sighted policy problem that we have here. We need long-term policies that have implications on our overall energy prices. Now, what she was talking about with the tax subsidies, everyone agrees that tax subsidies need to be addressed. But do you address them at a time when gas prices are high? And most economists say that it could cause gas prices to go even higher. I agree, they need to be looked at. They probably need to be done away with. But when I was down in Martinsville yesterday, everyone was talking about gas prices at the NASCAR race, and they were saying that this is a direct impact on our economy, and you have to address gas prices in order to get this economy back on track. And that requires a long-term vision, not just some tax subsidy, not just blaming oil companies, but policies. Policies presented by our elected leaders, policies presented by the president, and then acted on.
Gretchen,
Words
what do you specifically want to see?
Here.
What would you specifically want to see? You got a big battle over Keystone.
Yeah, you got a big battle over Keystone. You've got regulations. You've got things that are keeping this nation from exploring and doing other things when it comes to energy. We've done a lot on green energy, but why just leave it to green energy? Why can't we do other things? If it's truly an all-above strategy, we need to look at an all-of-the-above options.
All right, Jehmu, what do?
Well, let's talk about Keystone for a second. Keystone is not this long-term solution that Gretchen is talking about.
It is one of the long-term solutions.
I let you finish. I agree with most of what you said, because we do need an overall above-all strategy for to be more energy efficient, and we are more energy efficient than we have ever been in the history of our country. But at the end of the day, Keystone Pipeline takes our oil to foreign countries, makes gas prices higher for those in the Midwest, and doesn't do anything to solve the long-term solution. So putting forward false solutions is not a part of the answer. It's what President Obama has said.
And finally, we're going to be
solar, wind, clean energy. That's our future.
All right. Well, guess what? We're going to be hitting the cars and hitting the roads for September. Remember 2008 when those prices went up? Who did they blame? George Bush.
Yep.
All the Democrats said it was his fault. How come that, as you say, isn't happening so much now?
Well, I think we need a little bit more honesty when it comes to our political debates. And Democrats shouldn't be blaming President Bush when it's not his fault for raising gas prices, and the Republicans shouldn't be doing the same on the flip side. The American people want an honest conversation about why am I standing at this pump and it's costing me $50 to fill up my car.
Yeah.
They want the truth, and saying that President Obama can sign a piece of paper and lower gas prices to $2.50 is ridiculous.
All right,
Why
Gretchen,
not $2.10? Why not $1.05?
Gretchen,
This is a problem that the president does need to do something about. He needs to address it. He needs to have the leadership to address it. Republicans and Democrats alike for the longest time have not put forth a policy that they have committed to, stood by, and then implemented. The president should take action on this, should lead on this. At the end of the day, what happened with George H.W. Bush, it came down to the economy. He had great polling numbers, but gas prices are a part of the economy. And sometimes you're subject to the environment you're dealt with.
That's it. Gretchen and Jehmu, last word. Thanks so much, and hope we can all keep on filling up. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's talk.